Now, today we will discuss about the solutions of pair of linear equations. Pair of linear equations. Let this be the first linear equation a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. This is the first one. And a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. This is the second equation. Now, depending upon the value of these multipliers, these a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. Here our x and y are two variables and these are the fixed numbers a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. These may be positive or negative, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2 and c2. Depending upon the values of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2, these two equations have some particular type of relation. So these represent, these equations represent a line. Here, suppose this is the first line and this is the second line and they cut at this point. Means the equations have two lines which intersect each other. So we see that the point x and y lies both on the line. So this type of equations, two equations which cut each other, the lines cut each other, so they have a unique solution. And a fixed value of a particular value of x and y, unique solutions. So this case is called when the both line are intersecting line, the solution is called this pair of called when the line intersect is called consistent. Unique solutions have the value of y, so this is consistent pair of linear equations. When you solve these equations, they will give the value of a unique value of x and y. Why? Because they intersect each other, so the point x and y lie on both the points. And the intersection point will be definitely is a unique point. There may not be more than one point of intersection of two lines. So this solution is called unique solution and the pair of equations is called consistent pair of linear equations. In this case, it has been found that the relation between A, B, C for intersecting line we have A1 by the ratio of A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. So this is the case of intersecting line. So this is the condition, first condition, where this is called the consistent pair of equations. Now second conditions, when the lines are overlapping, means this line and the second line is this line. So what happens? Lines means this is a segment, this line means This line means this may be extended in this direction and this may be extended in this direction. Similarly, this second line, this may be extended in this direction and may be extended. So these two lines are overlapping lines. For this, if the value of A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2, the ratio of the second case, in case of overlapping line, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. This is the second case. So in this case, the solution of equation, solutions of equations, pair of equations will be infinite solution. Infinite, अभी मैं बताता हूँ कैसे infinite होगा. How the infinite number of solutions. What happens? The two lines, overlapping lines, line first, line second. These are all overlapping lines, straight lines. So what happens? The equations are like this. In this case, A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2 are equal. Means this numerical value ले लीजिए, जैसे 2x x plus y minus plus 3 is equal to 0. This is the first equation. Now the second equation, 2x plus 2y plus 6 is equal to 0. In the similar way, you have 11x plus 11y plus 33 is equal to 0. Means the ratio of these ratios are equal. ये तो हमने x and y का जो वैल्यूज हैं बराबर ले लिया है, इनके जो मल्टीप्लायर्स हैं. You can take in this way also. The equation means x plus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. Second 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए, 2x plus 10y minus 6 is equal to 0. 7 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए इसको, 7x plus 35y minus 21 is equal to 0. Means the equations are similar. If you divide this equation by 2, you will get the equation. This one. You will divide 7. This equation is divided by 7. You will get again this much equation. First equation. So कहने का मतलब ये है, I mean to say that the equations are same. Means the line is same. Lines is overlapping. This line. This is a line. Lines means no ending. This direction up to infinite. This direction up to infinite. Take any section. Take this section. This is the line segment. Equation of a line. The first one. This is also the same equation. So the same lines. These are the same. Means x plus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. Suppose this one is same. मल्टीप्लाई कर लीजिए इसको 2 से, 2x plus 10y minus 6 is equal to 0. This line means both lines are overlapping lines, मतलब same line, similar line. So this line, this type of pair of linear equations have infinite solutions. So this is the case of overlapping of lines. So here, this secant, this ratio is fixed. is equal A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2 and such relation. These are equal. Now again, this is first one, this is second one, this is third one. Third one is the case of parallel lines. This much arcs. They never intersect each other. So in this case, we have found that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it not is equal to C1 by C2. The ratio of these two variables A1 by A2 and B1 by B2 are equal, but the third one is not equal. So this is the third case. In linear equations, in first type of linear equations, when the line intersect, we find a unique solution, the fixed, a unique value of x and y, because the line intersect. When the line coincides, माने एक दूसरे के ऊपर overlap है, similar line. So in case of similar lines, means both equations are same. So we have got infinite number of solutions, and in case of this, you can think of the variables x and y have no solution. This type of linear equations, two equations, when the A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. So the lines will become parallel. इस variable के साथ जो है ये multipliers, then ये numerical fixed values, numerical values A1, AB and A1, B1 and A2, B2. Ratio of these are fixed. So the lines are parallel. And the C1 and C2, ratio of C1 and C2 is not equal, means the line is not overlapping. When line has some gap. So in this case, we have no solution. In this case, solutions of equation is infinite. Second case में और यहाँ unique, एक unique मतलब particular एक unique solution. So these three conditions arise for the linear pair of linear equations. Okay. It is very easy when you will practice the numericals. Let us proceed. Let us solve some numerical problems. Here are given three pair of linear equations. Okay, let us move. This chapter will become some more interesting when you will proceed further, when you will solve the numerical problems. The first equation is given 5x minus 4y is equal plus 8 is equal to 0, and 7x plus 6y minus 9 is equal to 0. Other one is, this is the first set, first pair of equations. Second pair of equations is 9, 3, 12. 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equal to 0, And second equation is 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. And the third pair is 6x minus 3y plus 10 is equal to 0, and 2x minus y plus 9 is equal to 0. Now, you see here A, B, C, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, the values are given. You can find out by comparing, by putting the condition, by comparing the ratios of these A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2. Which type of pair are these three equations, three set of pair of linear equations? What type solution they will have? Here, 5 by 7. What is A1? It is 5, it is 7. Here B1 minus 4 by 6. C 8 by 9. This is the first case. The second case, what is the second case? 9 by 18, 3 by 6 and 12 by 24. Now what is the third one? For this pair, values of A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. Here 6 by 2, 3 by minus 3 by minus 1 and C got 10 by 9. So how will you conclude? Here you see 5 by 7, 4 by 6. If you will you reduce it 2 by 3, it will not be equal to this. So here in first case you see in this case A1 by A2 means 5 by 6 is not equal to B1 by B2. So this is the condition that lines are intersecting each other. So this says when you solve this equation, you will get unique value of x1, x and y. This is the point of intersection. You will get unique solution. In this case, second case, you know, if you multiply this equation by 2, you will get this equation. Means both equations, both the lines, line represented by this equation and line represented by this equation are overlapping lines, because if you multiply by or you divide by 2 this equation, you will get this equation. Means the lines are overlapping, same line. So in this case, second case, here you see A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. Means infinite solutions. Here in this case you will get infinite solutions. So this is the case of overlapping lines, this is the case of intersecting lines, and this pair you see 6 by 2 3/1 माइनस माइनस गायब हो जाएगा। ये 6/2 आप इसको रिड्यूस कर लीजिए तो 3/1 हो जाएगा। 6/2 मतलब 3/1। तो यहाँ क्या हो गया, इससे हो गया A1/A2 इज इक्वल टू B1/B2, बट दिस इज नॉट इक्वल टू C1/C2। तो दिस is the case of parallel line. So these equations have no solution. Have no solution means you cannot get the values of x and y. Set of values of x and y, no solution. So why no solutions? Because these lines are not intersecting, these lines are not overlapping, these are parallel lines, अलग अलग lines हैं। ये कहीं दूसरी जगह जा रहे हैं, ये कहीं दूसरी जगह जा रहे हैं, तो दोनों में कोई कॉमन नहीं, there is nothing common. So the variables x and y have no common value, no solution. जो x and y का सेट इसमें फिट होता है वो इसमें नहीं फिट हो सकता। So these are the three cases. You have understood through the numerical example. All the three cases you see, you can compare, you can compare A1, B1, A2, B2, A1/A2, B1/B2 and C1/C2, and you can find what type of linear set pair of linear equations are. Now let us proceed. ये तो आप पा सकते हैं कि किस टाइप का इक्वेशन है, बट टू गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स एंड वाई यू कैन सॉल्व दीज इक्वेशंस बाय पुटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ एनी वेरिएबल, से y or x, say y from the first equation and put the value of y in the form of x into second equation. So y will be eliminated and you will get the value of x, and when you will get the value of x you can put the value of x in any equations and you can get the value of y. Let us understand by a numerical, solving a numerical. जब हम न्यूमेरिकल हल करेंगे तो ये क्लियर हो जाएगा कैसे हो। इट इज सो इजी, बट फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ 9th 10th it is not so easy. They need to practice these equations. These are two linear equations. 2x plus 3y is equal to 9, and second is 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. This is first equation and this is second equation. You can find the value of x and y simply by putting the value of this into this. Now from equation first, from this equation can be written as 3y is equal to 9 minus 2x. 2x को आप इस तरफ राइट साइड में ले जाइए तो 3y is equal to 9 minus 2x, or y is equal to 9 minus 2x by 3. So this is the value of y in the form of x. Now put this value into this equations, second equation. So this is 4x and plus 6 6 ये वैल्यू रख लीजिए 9 minus 2x by 3 and is equal to 18. Now open the bracket and find the value of x plus ये कट जाएगा 2 आ जाएगा 2 अंदर जाएगा तो 18 minus 4x is equal to 18. Here this will be minus plus minus so what we get 18 is equal to 18 means we cannot get any value of x. So what is this case? Means we can give there are infinite number of sets of x and y. Here the variable got eliminated and 18 is equal to 18. We have not find the fixed value of x. So when we give any value of 2x, we will find some value of y corresponding to y. Here if we will give x is equal to 1, we will find the value of y. X is equal to 2, y is equal to something, and x is equal to 3, so y is equal to something. Means these are the case of overlapping of lines. You see the both the equations are same. This is 2 multiplied by 2. If we multiply this equation by 2, we will get this one. So this is the case of two lines. This line, this line. Both lines are overlapping. So we have got an infinite number of solutions. Why this is that is why we have not found a unique value of x. So you can give a value of x. You can find corresponding value of y. In this way, you can get infinite number of x, y points. Means this is the same line. Both equations are same. So this type of solution shows that the lines are overlapping and we have infinite solutions. Now, very interesting case. Take the case of no solution, means parallel line. This is the no equation you will solve and you will get what inference, what the result you can get, what the solution you can get. You will surprise. 2y minus 4 is equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. This is the first equation, this is the second equation. It is very simple. Find out the value of x in the form of y, or y in the, take the x this side and take these two on the right side. So what happens? This will become minus 2y plus 4. This is the value of x. Now put this value of x into this equation. So x 2 x की value है minus 2y plus 4 and minus 12 is equal to 0. Now open the bracket. Minus 4y, no, something went wrong. Here is the 4y. So this is the value of ठीक है और ये plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. So minus 4y और minus 12 is equal to 0. Now this is minus, this is plus, so this will vanish. So what we get? We get this is 8, this is 12, minus में तो minus 4 is equal to 0. We are getting this statement. This is a funny statement. Minus 4 is equal to 0. How it is possible? कहने का मतलब ये है कि this pair of solution has no solution. This pair of equation, this pair of equation has no solution. Means the lines represented by two equations are parallel. And we get this type of result, we say the equation, pair of equations has no solution. Okay, ये तीन चीज आप समझ लीजिए. ये तो मैथमेटिकल लैंग्वेज में है, मतलब डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द multiplier of the variables, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 और a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. जो मैंने तीन कंडीशन बताई थी उसमें फर्स्ट में लाइन इंटरसेक्टिंग है, हैज ए यूनिक सॉल्यूशन. सेकंड में लाइन ओवरलैपिंग है, बोथ लाइंस आर ओवरलैपिंग, सेम लाइन, दोनों इक्वेशन एक ही है, केवल उनका ये a1 by a2 इनका रेशियो फिक्स है. तो ये है इनफाइनाइट सॉल्यूशन एंड सेकंड द लाइन आर पैरेलल, नो सॉल्यूशन. बस ये तीन चीज मेन है और चौथी चीज नहीं पूछेगा इसमें. Okay, thank you for today. In the next class, we will take some examples about the linear equations and some methods, cross multiplication methods. I will discuss about the cross multiplication method. When you will solve the questions, then this lesson will be interesting. Otherwise, this is a boring lesson. So, when you go deep into the numericals, you will enjoy. Okay, thank you.